Hello and welcome to this short tutorial about this old house, the 5x5 Minecraft village house, and we're gonna basically make a remake of it, and we're gonna do a house that is that fits in a quarter of a chunk, so in 8x8. However, towards the end we will also go through some further improvements if you feel that you have 9x9 space instead. So yeah, we start out by basically covering this house with another layer on the outside, and then I'll remove the inside when we get to the inside. So you place a 4-high log in the corner there, 2 gap in between there, and it's raining, so let's remove that. But then, so 3 logs in the end, 4 tall with 2 space in between. That's the start of it. That's going to be our porch area later on. And now we're starting on the actual house. So this is going to be one corner of the house. And the next one is also going to go on the same yeah, next to the house, if that makes sense. So we're not making it bigger in that direction. We're making it bigger lengthwise. So we get a bit more shape to the house, if you will. So that's them. That's the sort of dimensions of the house. Now we go ahead with starting with the porch area, just placing some oak slabs or oak logs. Now I wanted to keep to the materials as well, so we are going to be adding some little bits, but mainly it's oak wood and cobblestone here. So as you can see here, we're now working on the side, putting in a window on the outside of the window. And it's the same exact face now, it's just moved 1 block, but it will change a little bit later here. So yeah, remove the edges of cobble, and the edges of cobble always looked really weird to me, so basically replacing them with oak logs is what I'm doing in this particular build. I'm keeping the cobbled ground though. And speaking of cobble, we're now placing in the start of what is going to be a chimney here, and then do this side as well. Same deal, except there is no window. Now we can place some fences around the porch, maybe some stairs, and remove the last of the cobble edges here as well. Now, the door that I'm placing there and that wall that I just placed, that is actually going to be moved later on. So if you're building with me, bear with. There is going to be a window there, I think, in the end. I'm hesitating a little bit, yes. Let's go in and do some interior stuff as well. So we can take out basically that wall, and the window pane there as well, although I'm taking out the wrong one, of course. We can also take away the opposite wall. Let's pause a minute and turn the camera around. There we go, yeah, that wall. And put a window in there if we want to. However, that is going to be a storage room wall. Because the idea here is, of course, that you need to be able to live in this house when you're starting your adventures in Minecraft as well. So, like I said, those 2 blocks there with the door, move them in a block and place a pillar there as well. And the door goes in the same place, it's just moved in. So now we can start removing some of the roof here as well to replace it with our own device. And this is the first new material here that we're going to introduce. It's the spruce. Now there are of course spruce versions of this 5x5 house nowadays as well. So you might say that I'm not at all adding a material. Anyway, the roof is made by placing 4 slabs, 1 in each corner, and then putting stairs in a pattern like I'm doing now, around. Like that. And then you can place some more oak blocks to fill up the nook, as it were, or the edge of the roof. Like that, and on the other sides as well. And the smaller roof here now on the sides, they're actually done. We just place slabs on top and we only have the middle roof left. I'm going to show you first how to not to do this, because this is 5 blocks long. Yeah, so if you do that, you get funny stair shapes. So just place the stairs straight like that. And like that. So now we can fill up with another block and put slabs on top. Now we need to deal with the porch. So remember how I said that those pillars were 4 tall? Well, actually they need to be 3 tall. So place a slab and on top of the 3 tall pillar, and then a slab half a block above that on the inside there to make the little porch area. So so far, guys, the house is all within the 8x8 area that we were given, but as you can see, it's going to look a little bit poor around the edges here. So that's part of what we're going to just try and fix later on when we expand it to a 9x9. There's no reference to Diary of 20 here. So the chimney we're continuing with there, just bring it up like that, and that's actually good enough, to be honest. Now you can make a more fanciful chimney if you want, but the important thing is that it's there, because we're going to actually use the space that it gives us when we decorate the inside. Yeah, so this is the house in its 8x8 state. Let's do something about the inside as well. So on the inside we can deal with in various ways, I think, with the loft. The version I'm settling for, I'm trying here to make like a habitable loft, but it's just a little bit too little. So the version I'm settling for is basically some slabs in the roof, making it making a bit of an arch up there, but not making it habitable. Just covering up the spruce, really. In the quest for making it seem like we have a bit more space, you can replace those two with a stair and an upside down stair. And here you see we are carving out the space given to us by the chimney. And you guessed it, we're going to place a furnace there. With some sort of stair on top, you can place it the other way as well if you want. And you have some options there. But that's the basic idea. Let's speed this up a little bit and get cracking with the inside here. So we have a storage wall here, 6 single chests. We make it a spruce floor with a bit of a hearth. Put a bed and some crafting tables in, of course. And the final touch, the pièce de résistance. Place a torch on our bedside table. Yeah. It's not much, but it's home. So now we go on to extending this to a 9x9, and as you can see, I'm just extending the roofs really, and that is just to give it a bit more depth. Now here we're making a little planter, and we can plant some wheat on the outside here as well, and do some other bits like that. There's some grass, put a bit of moss in. Just have a fiddle, make the chimney a bit fancier. And that's about it, guys. That is the house. Now, the last thing I do here is to actually line it with cobblestone instead, the roof. And I think that is what sells this house for me. It makes it look much more defined. You can really tell that that's the roof. It stands out as compared to the other wood. And yeah, that's something I would recommend you also do. You see, I've also added some trapdoors on the windows, some planters, some pots, and some other little details like that. Some sugarcane even. So you have all the basic crops in this little 9x9 area. Plus, it looks pretty snazzy. But, guys, have a look at the house and leave a like. leave a comment. What do you think? And do you think I should continue with this and redo other in-game structures? Leave that in the comment if you do. And I will see you next time. Bye!